Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Beans. Today I'm just going to be going over some beans lore, and I'm going to be answering some of the common questions that I get asked about me, my practice, and what I do. The first common question that I get asked is, how old am I? I am 24. I know I look super young. I got really good genes. You should get some at Target. And the reason why you have to go to Target and not Walmart is because ain't no way you can get jeans this good at Walmart. Another one of the questions that I get asked pretty frequently is, how long have I been doing this? And I have been doing tarot for 3 years now. And I have been on my spiritual journey since I was about 16, so it's been a good minute, for me to do all of this. Oftentimes people ask me, how did I get started with tarot? And that's always a little bit of a funny story because I saw it on TikTok and I was like, that's weird, that's suspicious. And after enough times of seeing it on TikTok, I was like, actually, I think this is something that I might want to do. I think this is something that I want to learn. So I bought me a book and I bought me a tarot deck and I taught myself how to do tarot. Another question that I get asked quite often is, how many tarot decks do I have? And I have 5. I have the Antique Anatomy Tarot deck, which is my favorite tarot deck. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, I love it. I have my classic Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, which is the one that I use the most often, good old Rider-Waite. I have my Mystic Mondays tarot deck, which was gifted to me from a friend for one of my birthdays, and this one is absolutely gorgeous too. I have my Spells tarot deck, which I don't really use, actually. I just haven't gotten the chance to use this one yet. And then I also have my Tattoo tarot deck, which I can't show you right now just because it's not here where I am. I also oftentimes get asked, am I in school? And the answer is yes, I'm in college. I'm actually about to graduate with my bachelor's. My major is kinesiology, which is basically the study of muscles and bones, and I'm going to be a physical therapist. Most people, they get really intrigued by that answer, but I'm pretty excited for it, honestly. Another thing that I get asked quite often is, what do I do? Like besides tarot? And that's a good question. I do quite a bit of stuff, actually. I enjoy reading, so I have a plethora of books. I will go over some of my favorite books that I have and some of the books that I'm currently reading. I am also a fan of crystals. I don't use crystals in my workings just because that's not something that I do, but I do have crystals that I have just because I think they're awesome. I think they look nice, and every once in a while, if I do decide to incorporate them, it's nice to know that I have them there. And then I work with herbs a lot. I'm really into herbs and using them in my practice. I do spells, I do dry spells, I do candle magic, those types of things. I make oils. I actually have a couple of different oils that I've made, and I make bath salts also. So in the oils that I have made, I think I've made a total of 7. Let me show you them. This right here is my meditation oil. Don't ask me what's in it, mostly because I've already forgotten, which is why I write things down in my book of shadows, because I will never remember what I put in anything. I want to say bay leaf, rosemary, and lavender, maybe. I also have my motivation oil, to help me get motivated. It has cinnamon in there for sure, and pine. I have my self-love oil, which is one of my favorites. This one has roses and oranges, and it's made with jojoba oil, and it smells amazing. It smells like roses with the scent of orange. I have my unwinding oil, which is really good to bring in that relaxing, soothing energy, and this one has chamomile and eucalyptus, I think, in it, which I'm a fan of this one, honestly. I think it smells amazing. And then I have my abundance oil to bring in prosperity, abundance, all of those good things. I think there's cinnamon in there too, honestly, but I'm not 100% sure. Emotional healing oil, right here, which I love. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. And then I have one more oil that just isn't in a bottle yet. It is my mood lifting oil. I just recently made it, so it's still fermenting a little bit, and I still have to like put it in a tiny bottle is what that is. But a fun fact, I also sell my oils. If you were interested in that, you could find it on my website, beansthewitch.com. I have I have quite a few different crystals, so I'm just gonna go over a couple of my favorite crystals, and the ones that just really stick out to me. Number one, my favorite crystal, amethyst. I will always love me a good amethyst crystal. I have a couple of these, but I just love amethyst so much. I also have a rose quartz, which is always nice. You know, everyone needs a little bit of self love and just self care energy in their life. So I'm a fan of rose quartz. I have a nice selenite, which I will often use just to cleanse my tarot cards sometimes if I ever am in the mood for that. So, nice selenite tower here. I have a regular geode, which is just a clear quartz geode, honestly. But I'm a fan of geodes and I love it. I think it looks beautiful and gorgeous, genuinely. I have blue calcite, which I'm a fan of calcite. Like, I am just such a fan of calcite. And right with my blue calcite, I have green calcite. And both of these will just never not be gorgeous to me, honestly. I have a piece of labradorite, which is always nice, you know? Labradorite is a good one. It was also gifted to me. I have a couple of pieces of tiger's eye. I don't know where my other tiger's eye is, but this one is a baby tower tiger eye, which is gorgeous. I have two pieces of obsidian, one in the shape of a moon, one in the shape of a witchy hat, which I absolutely love. I'm also a fan of onyx, but I don't have any onyx right now. I have a nice smoky quartz tower, which who doesn't love smoky quartz, honestly? It's just, gorgeous. I have a piece of malachite, which is always nice. I have a piece of pyrite, which is full as gold. You know, you can use it to bring in luck, money, abundance, all those good things. So it's always nice. And then in this little pot here, I have a whole bunch of red jasper. I'm a fan of red jasper, you know. It's just so gorgeous to me, honestly. And so those are a couple of my favorite crystals. So in my plethora of books that I own, I would probably recommend The Psychic Witch, which is a really nice book. It goes over exercises, things to help you connect with your intuition, and really just help you become more confident in yourself. You know, I'm a fan of the exercises. And Sigil Witchery, just because even if you already know a lot about sigils, you can learn more with this book. It takes a whole different perspective on sigil making, and it really helped me through my practice, you know. So those are some books that I would recommend. And a couple of books that I'm reading right now are the Odyssey, which I also plan to read the Iliad, because why not, to help me with my Greek mythology, because it goes over a lot of the Greek lore in here. You know, there's Zeus, Athena, all of the good ones. So it's very interesting. And then History of Black America, to help me connect with my ancestors and go over my history. So those are just a couple of the books that I'm currently reading right now. I also have quite a few herbs. Some of my favorite herbs would probably be lavender. I'm a fan of lavender. Rosemary. I'm a fan of the basics also, like salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. Like, I use those for in almost everything that I do, you know, so I'm a fan of those. I am also a fan of chamomile and jasmine. So yeah, I think those are the I think those are all of my favorites right there. I also have been asked, do I have an altar? And the answer to that is yes. I have two altars. I have one that just stays where it is always, and that is my ancestral altar. And I cannot show it to you right now, I know. And then I have a moving altar, which is where I take with me whenever I travel, so that way I can always just have an altar wherever I am if I need it. And that one is currently not with me. So, yes. I also get asked quite often, do I work with any deities? And the answer to that is no. The only spirits that I work with are my spirit guides and my ancestors. Now, I also haven't done anything to like see exactly who my spirit guides are. So it's possible that I could have some deities on my spiritual team and just not know about it. But I'm just not interested in finding out who per se is on my spiritual team. You know, that's just not something I want to do right now in this moment. Didn't also get asked what type of witch I am, and I don't have a real answer to that question because I haven't just put a label in on myself, really. Mostly I would probably fit into the category of herbal witch, probably, maybe green witch, maybe electric, but I just really haven't done anything to like, okay, where do I want to fit myself in? More accurately, I'm just going where the spirits take me, you know? I'm just following my intuition and going with what I know. I also get asked, can I do readings on myself? And the answer to that is yes. I can do readings on myself, but sometimes the answers get a little murky. Not because I'm not a good reader, but because whenever anyone is doing readings on themselves, it is important that you be unbiased. It's important that you separate yourself from the situation just a little bit, because if you don't do that, then there's a tendency to like misread, misinterpret the cards, and just really not see the answer that your guides and spirits want you to. So that is a problem. Sometimes if you're too close to the situation, it's not a good idea to read yourself. And I would recommend someone else give you the reading, you know, and I've had to do that several times myself. I also get asked what's my sign, and I actually just recently found out the time I was born. So my ascendant changed. So I am now officially a Sun Libra, a moon in Aquarius, and then my rising sign is also a Libra. So I'm still an airhead. I've still potentially never had a grounding bone in my body. It's just different air sign, and I love that. So that's basically all of the questions that I get asked. Hopefully that helped you. Hopefully you found it intriguing. And let me know if you have any more questions that you would like me to answer.